Pax vobiscam. La paz sea con vosotros. Shalom Aleichem. Peace. In my 74 years on this planet, this is the darkest winter I have ever experienced. And rather than focusing on rampant physical and verbal hate, slamming minorities of every shape, variety, and flavor, I wish to reflect upon what each of us can do to draw down peace and light, not only in this season of peace and light, but in every season. Oh goody, Aquarian woo-woo from an aging hippie. No, I'm talking about using the normal skill of critical thinking to enlighten and develop harmony through conscious thought. Nobel laureate Elie Wiesel wrote in Gates of the Forest, "God created man because he loves stories." Not only is this a rationale for why we are here, it also explains that we must be made in God's image because we too love stories. Now, there are all kinds of stories, and not all stories are equal. Grossly categorized, stories may be designed to inform, teach, entertain, enlighten. Good stories. And stories may intend to manipulate, deceive, and cause harm. Evil stories. It takes critical thinking to distinguish between stories so that you can determine if you're being saved or swindled. Although I'm sure Hitler did not originate the idea of manipulative story, he made it well known through Mein Kampf. And Joseph Goebbels perfected the method through practice. Today's rampant dehumanization, demonization of the other is informed by that big lie methodology used by the Nazis. The effect in today's world of instant, unfiltered media is that millions begin to believe the lies. What the press, unfortunately, in my opinion, calls misinformation. Now, once the big lie is accepted as true, that belief is unshakable, even when presented with data, facts, and truth. Okay, that's the problem. And inshallah, Baruch Hashem, please God, there is a solution. Big lies can be countered through critical thought. I want to repeat that. Big lies can be countered through critical thought. And each of us has the power of critical thinking, which is one of those normal skills that can be practiced to the point where it is super effective. In essence, we can become superheroes with the superpower of critical thought, who can counter the big lies that are permeating today's world. What I'm suggesting is, whenever we come into personal contact with someone who is initiating or repeating a big lie, rather than confronting them and trying to prove to them that they are wrong, we engage them in genuine conversation. Be interested in their thinking Understand that their feelings are genuine and need to be recognized. Live into the scriptural injunction, love your companion as you love yourself. And at the same time, introduce other possible explanations or ways of thinking. Help to foster critical thinking. Spread critical thinking wherever you go. You're not challenging the lie, but rather suggesting other possibilities. When people are encouraged to examine ideas and have multiple ideas with which to work, the more mature thought is always preferred. And it does take time to reach that more mature thought. So you might not see results from using your superpower right away, but eventually it does work. And now the final step. Years ago, my teacher, Rabbi Zalman Schechter Shalomi of blessed memory, ordained Richie Havens as a minister of world peace. In that case, it was in recognition of the fantastic work that Havens had engaged in throughout his career. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we had a host of ministers of world peace? In that vein, and to encourage you in your efforts toward being a superhero, this evening, on the cusp of a new year, a year of possibilities, a year of peace and light, a year of goodwill, I am ordaining each of you as ministers of world peace. So please rise as you are able. This is your ministry. Please repeat after me this charge, penned by Emily Stern, Rabbi of Kol Halev Synagogue. The light in me sings the light in you.
The light in me sings the light in you.
The light in me smiles at the light in you.
The light in me smiles at the light in you.
The light in me hugs the light in you.
The light in me loves the light in you.
The light in me is the light in you.
The light in me is the light in you.
The light in me is the light in you.
The light in me is the light in you.
And now I seal your ordination. May God bless you, and may you be a blessing and a guardian to others. May the Holy One's face illuminate yours and give you grace, and may you bring grace and light to others. May the divine recognize you, giving you the gift of shalom, and may you merit to be among those who bring the world to wholeness, to peace. At this point, please recognize your fellow ministers surrounding you and wish them success in their efforts, and say, Amen.
Peace be with you.